Juventini, welcome back to the All Juve Cast channel, where of course it's all Juve all the time. I'm Alberto. It's May 30th. You know the drill. Let's get into all the news surrounding La Vecchia Signora today, including a couple of U-turns apparently Juventus has made, being reported yesterday on a couple of players within their roster. It was said they were going to go one way in the Mercato, and now they're going a complete opposite if these reports are true. We're going to get into that. We're going to get into the future of one of the young signings we made this season. We're going to get into an announcement that could come midweek, and then we're going to get into the big list of outgoings and potential outgoings for this summer and why and how this could shape up for Juventus. There's a lot to cover. Let's get into it. All right, Juventini, so let's kick it off with a reminder just to like the video. Okay, let's try and get maximum likes on this video and subscribe to the channel. If you're new here, it's your one-stop shop for everything Juventus. All right, so let's get into it. The Serie A 22-23 campaign is set to start August 13th, 14th, okay? There's going to be the World Cup break happening in November 13th until the beginning of January. This is why many believe that Federico Chiesa will not return to action until early in the January 23 side of things. And that's because he's slated to join late October. But I really still question that return time and think he could get back and see a few games right before that World Cup break. But we will, of course, wait and see. Everybody feels the same when it comes to Federico Chiesa. No need to rush. He is one of the core players we are going to be counting on in the future to come. So no risk is fine by me, and I'm sure many of you Juventini. Now, let's get into a couple of U-turns that Juventus has apparently made, okay? One of them being Luca Pellegrini. Apparently, Luca Pellegrini will no longer be sent away and is going to be kept amongst Juve's roster. The other one is Mattia De Sciglio. Apparently, De Sciglio will no longer be renewed and he is going to be let go. So those are the two U-turns all of a sudden we're hearing that Juventus has flipped on. Hey, this is called silly season for a reason during the Mercato, and this is just one of the prime examples. You will get completely contradicting reports. We have to still wait and see what is true and what isn't and what ends up happening. Now, in terms of Federico Gatti, the central defender Juventus signed this season from Frosinone, he was apparently maybe a bargaining chip, but is being reported that he is not going to be used in any type of bargaining chip manner, and he will be kept with Juventus. So that's the latest on Federico Gatti. Nobody got into details whether or not he will be part of the roster next season, but definitely has the potential to be in the mix. So we wait and see on that front. Now, in terms of a big signing, we're all waiting for one, okay, because Juventus said by the end of May, and we're at May 30th now, end of May, early June, they wanted to have one big announcement made. Well, that could come this Wednesday. We know that there was a representative from Juventus speaking with Di Maria's entourage this past weekend. Well, apparently now the next meeting is set for this Wednesday, as Argentina will be playing Italy at Wembley, and Di Maria will be there. And apparently there will be a meeting during that day on Wednesday with full intention of closing the deal. So Di Maria potentially announced this week, and that could be the first one for Juventus. Now, let's get into this big list of outgoings. We have to really think about this because you hear so many names coming at you during the silly season, and let's just break it down with outgoings. This is what's confirmed outgoing for Juventus. Confirmed: Chiellini, Dybala, Bernardeschi, Kulusevski, and Bentancur. Okay, so that's already quite a bit. Now, what you have for potential outgoings makes it a very, very big list because you have Arthur, Keane, Morata, and Alexandro, Rabiot, McKennie, and you can add De Sciglio if that report is true. You could also go a little bit bigger if you factor in guys like Demiral, whose future is not decided yet because Atalanta hasn't made a move for that purchase yet. You could potentially add Rovella if he's used in a swap move of some sort. So again, that potential outgoing list could be even bigger. But the names I've given you on the first list are just players that were strictly involved with this team this past season. Okay, so there you have it. That is a big, big list. What could Juventus be thinking? What could be happening in terms of just the news we've heard today? If all of a sudden Luca Pellegrini is being kept, to me, it's almost like thinking that Sandro is just going to be around, and they probably see more sense in moving for a right back, letting Sciglio walk and have somebody in there at right back that can be part of this team for many years to come. And they might go that route instead and just deal with Sandro and Pellegrini for another year at the left back position. That's just my thoughts in terms of all the other potential outgoings. There are a lot of moves to be made if this list comes to fruition. I definitely don't see all of those guys on that potential list leaving. Artur, I don't know. He's apparently out the door and is asked to leave. So you got to think that there's a strong chance for him going, but the deals could be very, very difficult to make. It might just end up being a loan. But Artur, okay. Keen's a tough one because he's got a second year loan. He might end up staying just on a second year loan. If they make a purchase now, there has to be some end goal there or deal on the back end of that for Juventus. So that's a difficult one. Morata, I truly believe Juventus would like Morata to stay, but Atletico unwilling to budge on that price. So you just got to think he's going to be on his way out as well. Sandro, I don't believe is leaving. I don't think the team's going to buy him out. And the reason is they're going to have to buy out Ramsey. They're probably going to not buy out 2 contracts in the Mercado. So Sandro's most likely staying. Rabiot might be on the way out. McKennie might be on the way out as well. For me, we got into this on the last live, which was yesterday morning, which was great discussion. If you guys want to check it out, we had a lot of fun with some AJC awards as well. But McKennie, when you balance it out, it's actually the almost the same amount of money if you get max money for McKennie as you would even getting a mediocre deal on Rabiot, because in terms of capital gain, Rabiot came on a free, but you free up much more in salary for Rabiot. So Rabiot for me is public enemy number 1, especially since Zakaria entered the mix and what he brings to the table. So there you have it. And then Sciglio, again, if the rumors are true, he walks. I say we've got a right back coming in place, but we wait and see. But that is a long list of outgoings. Now, in terms of one confirmed outgoing, Giorgio Chiellini, Capitano, heading out. He did speak to his future in LAFC, not really getting into the fine details of if he's going or not, but he did say he would like a change just in terms of personal life for a bit and a new experience. But he will be back to Juventus soon in the future. And he did say that specifically. He will be back to Juventus soon. So there you have it. That's all the news today on May 30th. Quite a bit to wrap your heads around and whatnot, but you know the drill too. We love mixing it up with you here at the All Juve Cast. So drop all your thoughts, comments, opinions, questions, even in the comment section to this video, and let's mix it up. All right. And I'll be back tomorrow with another news video. And maybe by midweek, I have a signing announcement for us, which we might tackle in a live session. All right. So look forward to that. As always, thanks for all the support. Like the video, subscribe to the channel. Until tomorrow, fino alla fina, forza Juve. Ciao tutti.